What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the kitchen. Right now we on site. I just feel like I needed to cook something very refreshing and simple. Today what I'll be preparing for you is I'm thinking of a crab stuff fish with I'm thinking of more of a Caribbean potato curry ragu. I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. You know, it's a very vibe and mellow time right now, so I'm in the vibe, so we're gonna pass it on. So you'll be back, all right, right after the intro. First thing first, I love to start off with my onions. Again, like I said, I want to start off, get into the mise en place. What is mise en place? Mise en place is you getting your prep together and ready for your dish. So I start off with the onions. I do a medium dice. Since it's a ragu, I do a medium to large dice. I want the onions to be relevant while I'm doing this. Make sure you guys are paying attention. The next step, we are going to cut our peppers. You can follow me if you want to cut your peppers like this. There's many ways you could cut it. Cut it from the seed and then remove the core from the pepper. My choice of pepper is red pepper. I like it because of the vitamin C. It does have a lot of vitamin C. So for the peppers, we're doing a large dice. Remember, we're gonna make a ragu Caribbean sauce we're gonna make for your fish. Then we're doing some green onion. For the green onions as well, we are going to make sure it's cleaned off nicely. We're just gonna split it like that in half, and we're gonna dice. What we're doing first, remember, we're doing the ragu mise en place. So we're gonna do the potatoes. I'm leaving the skin on. My choice of potato is Yukon Gold. The reason why I like the Yukon Gold is it doesn't have as much starch as the regular Idaho potatoes. We're gonna cut them into some nice dices. Not too big of a dice, more similar, a little bit smaller than what we have here. I like it to be beefy, and these potatoes will cook very fast. Once you don't cut them too big, they'll cook very fast. This is what it looks like. So we're gonna set it aside. So now my favorite part, we are going to work on the filling for the crab. For the crab stuffing, which is always my favorite, small amount of crab. I'm not gonna add any eggs or anything to it. All right, so for our crab, I like to make a basic mix for the crab. When you're making a wet mix for your crab, you really don't want to just squirt it on the crab meat or lobster meat, whatever meat you're using, because you don't at the same time you don't want it to be wet. We're doing 2 spoons of mayo. And for mustard, I'm using a Dijon mustard for this one. Nice little squirt, not too much. I'm gonna add a little bit of Liam Perrins in there, Worcestershire sauce. It's a Caribbean twist we add into the crab stuff. So what I'm gonna add to that is, we call it pica pepper. So I'm gonna add a little bit to that. Pretty much doing it Caribbean style. So what I have here is a chief curry. It's a really good, strong curry. This is a very strong curry, so you gotta be careful. We're gonna whisk that in. And then we're gonna add a little lemon to it. So remember, guys, you're following my step. We're gonna add half side of the lemon. You're trying to get this texture, the consistency of not too thick and not too thin. You don't want to add too much liquid to it, just enough. So for the crab now, I am gonna add this to the crab. A very simple mixture that I'm making right now. So okay, I'm not gonna put my hands, I'm gonna use my whisk and kind of dab it up just a little bit. For the mixture, we're gonna add maybe 2 spoons. The thing is with panko breadcrumbs, it's not as sticky when you throw it on there. It takes a few seconds, maybe a few minutes, 1 or 2 minutes to activate. So when it activates, it expands and then it will hold your crab meat together. So don't add too much panko breadcrumbs and overpower it. Just add enough to it that once it gets wet and then it's starting to expand and it's starting to absorb, I should say, starting to absorb liquid. As it does that, it activates. When it activates, then you should be good. It should hold everything together. Right, we're just gonna add a little bit more curry to it, just for that Caribbean sensation. You know what me I talk about, man? That's the thing me talk about. That's the love we put in the food. Yeah, he don't know what my talk about. Yo, man, I take over from him. We'll finish it together. Alright, so basically my job is to show you what we do after that mise en place situation this man was doing. Alright, so the fish, so what I did, I seasoned it with a little Caribbean jerk season. It goes well on anything. I take half of the mixture, or some of the mixture, like a quarter of the mixture, and I roll the fish nicely. Don't judge me, I'm Jamaican. I know about rolling, if you get what I'm saying. So after you roll the fish, I put it on a platter, and I didn't use the oven, I used the micro oven. So if you don't want to use the oven, it's fine. I set the micro oven on 350 and I bake that for 20 minutes. So okay, we jump into the Ragu sauce. Like, you know, Ragu is sauce that has ground meat or, you know, stuff like that. My grandmother, I should say, used to burn spices. Not really burn it, like toast it a little bit. I toast a little bit of the curry, then I add the potatoes, and then I add the rest of the veggies that I've cut. I saute that lightly, and then I add a little bit of turmeric. After I add the turmeric, I add some stock to it. Actually, just I use chicken stock. You can use water if you want to, but I let that boil. After that is boiled, I add the rest of the crab mix that I had left. It will make the sauce a little thick because it has the breadcrumbs in it, which is fine. The panko breadcrumbs is okay. Simmer the sauce down a little bit, let it reduce down a little bit. Check your potatoes. The aim is to make sure the potatoes are cooked because the other veggies on there is simple and easy to cook. So once you check that the potatoes are cooked, you can go ahead, turn down your fire, and plate your fish. You can have it any way you want to. You can break it up in there if you want to, or plate it like I did here. It's up to you. But again, yo, it's the chef. Thanks for watching my show. Like, subscribe, and share. And like I said, a whole lot more will come. You see it? I like Jamaican people. All the people who want to learn Caribbean food, we gotta stick to the roots and do our Caribbean food. A lot of Caribbean food. So I'll see you in the next video. God bless and stay safe. Hey, remember, hit like, subscribe, and share, and do hit that bell icon to get notification when I post. It's the Rapping Chef.